Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special event. It's San Diego Comic-Con. It's Rooster Teeth. We're here. We're excited. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to introduce ourselves first. I'm Barbara. I'm the creative director of the RT Content Group. I am the voice of Yang in RWBY. You might recognize me from the RT Podcast and other productions. And with me today, I have this gentleman.
Hello, I am Kerry Shawcross. I'm RWBY's showrunner. I'm one of the episode directors and co-writers. I do a cool podcast with the person next to me.
Hi, I'm Yssa Badiola. I am the director for RT Animation's direct subsection. I am the creator and showrunner for RT's new show, Recorded by Arizal, and I am also a co-host with Kerry on our animation podcast. I have notes. I have other very special people with us on this panel today.
Hi, I'm Fiona Nova, and I am a cast member at Achievement Hunter. You probably have seen me also on other things, like off topic. But I'm now the lead voice actress for RWBY Zero as Agent 1. And
yeah,
it's hype. And next to me, I've got...
Hi, I'm Torian Crawford. I am the director and showrunner for the next season of RWBY Zero, and I'm also an animation director and lead animator for a bunch of other stuff here at Rooster Teeth Animation.
That's true.
Wonderful. Well, guess what, guys? That's not all. It's not just the five of us. We also have a very special guest joining us. I know, guys. Hold on to your seats. We got special guest FJ DeSanto in the house.
Whoa! Hang on, I gotta get back over here.
I know.
Okay.
You all look shocked.
We haven't been rehearsing for 3 hours.
No.
What are you talking about? I've never seen you before.
First shot.
This is a great improv. I'm FJ. I'm the showrunner, executive producer of Transformers: War for Cybertron Siege, and I'm the new guy, so I get to hang out with everybody here for the time being, and I'm in very good company and very happy to be here.
New guy's a cool guy.
New
Yeah.
friends.
Hey,
Exactly.
new friends.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be discussing a whole bunch of stuff, everything that we're working on, we've been working on, starting with Red versus Blue. We're going to talk about Recorded by Arizal, brand new show. We're going to be talking about Transformers War for Cybertron Siege, of course, with FJ. And we're going to be talking about RWBY. So why don't we kick things off with the OG show that started Rooster Teeth in the first place, Red versus Blue. Torian and Fiona, if you guys would like to kick off the panel.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh man, thinking about it being the OG, that's a lot of pressure, Fiona.
I
That's
know,
a lot of. I don't
know,
know.
it's a
I don't know
lot.
if we can handle it. I don't. Get out of. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Too late.
We are currently working on the 18th season of our legacy show, Red vs. Blue, titled RWBY Zero. And like she said before, Fiona Nova here is cast as the lead of the show, Agent 1.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Yeah. Woo! Agent 1, number 1, first, not second.
Yeah.
Stay one.
First.
We stay one.
Okay. But so basically what we're trying to do this season, we're just trying to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of action. We're still going to maintain that classic RWBY comedy and fun and just basically just feel good nature that the show has basically always been. I'm a huge fan of RWBY, and if you guys are fans, as well as like fans of other animations that we all have at Rooster Teeth, I think you guys are going to really love what we're creating. How do you feel, Fiona? How do you feel about what we're doing, what you've seen, what you've heard? Talk to me.
It's hype. It's hype. It's going to be
hype.
really awesome. I'm super excited about it. This is really my first professional VO experience, so I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. And just seeing everything that's happening already just behind the scenes, it looks really cool. So I don't know, Torian. I'm super excited. This is going to be
Okay.
hype.
No, hype is like the internal word for the show. Like, how do we make it hype?
The
like,
word.
It's hype. How does it look hype? How does it
That's the
sound
next
hype?
season of RWBY.
How does it
RWBY
feel?
hype.
RWBY hype? Where's my notepad? I gotta write that down. But yeah, we just definitely want to embrace like the legacy and all of the crazy cool characters and a lot of the action and styles from our animators and our other artists here, and just make something really, really, really cool. But I think
Yeah.
you got some.
I got some questions.
You got some questions for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
in my
all right.
pocket. I
Can't
got some
just have me
questions.
out here just not answering questions.
Nah, don't worry. I got some questions. So, listen, where in the RWBY timeline will this new season take place?
Oh, that's a very good question, Fiona. No, no, that's a very good question. I know a lot of you out there in our community really, really, really want to know. This season of RWBY takes place in the same universe and like basically picks up right after the last season, but with a different cast. So it's just like another story that takes place within the same RWBY universe. So it's not like a hard reboot or anything like that. While the OG cast kind of retire and they kind of relax a little bit somewhere else in the universe, in the same area, this new band of misfits are kind of going on their own adventure. And with that said, because of that, you might even see like some old school people show up and maybe help them out a little bit. So
Nice.
stay tuned.
Yeah,
Like
and then
Palomo.
And Jensen.
okay, all right. Well, we have one more question, and I think
All right.
you sort of answered it. But there's been speculation that RWBY Zero is going to be a reboot of sorts for the series. So I was wondering if it's going to be a reboot or a continuation of the series.
So I think in terms of like the overall lore and everything that has happened so far, that stuff doesn't go away. So in that sense, it is like a continuation, but it's also it's not a reboot. Again, it is like the Reds and Blues, they had their story, and then somewhere else, maybe a couple miles away, maybe a galaxy away, this other story is also happening as well. So all of that lore, all of that legacy, all of that history is still intact. It still means something. It still plays a part into the overall world building of RWBY. But these are just new guys that are kind of doing their thing, and we're gonna go hang out with them for a while.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Maybe it sounds like maybe this is a good like entry point for people who haven't seen a lot of RWBY before.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
For
agree.
me
Yeah.
too. For me too, especially.
Maybe it's a ground zero.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'll see myself out.
All right. Hey, see you later.
Yeah, but yeah, I just want to like emphasize it definitely is fun. We're trying to have fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be really cool. And with that said, we got a little clip that we can just show you guys to give you guys a little taste of what's to come. So check this out.
I know you woke up feeling nothing is impossible. You got the key, I know you know the door's unlocked.
Hello, Internet people. I've got good news. Red vs. Blue is coming back this year.
Hey, I like Red versus Blue.
This time, things will be...
RWBY is back, baby!
This time, things
Gotta
will...
prep to catch up by binging 17 seasons.
No, you don't have to.
It'll have action, it'll have draw. Hey, watch the face!
Okay, this time, things will be different.
You're the reason it will last forever. You're the starter staring back up in the mirror. Cause it's special when you stand out from the rest. When you know that you're the reason it will last forever. You're the starter staring back up in the mirror. Cause it's special when you stand out from the rest. When you know that you're the best.
Yeah.
I'm still vibing, guys. Oh my
We're
god.
still vibing.
Hey. Oh yeah. Oh, you should see me. You couldn't see me, but every time I watch that clip,
And you have to
I do
vibe.
it.
You have to vibe. You have to vibe.
it is a vibe. Fiona, can you tell the people when to expect to see more of RWBY, to see RWBY? When is it going to premiere?
Well, this is a huge announcement, but RWBY Zero is coming this fall, which is
This fall. This
so
fall.
soon. It's so
The
soon. I'm
pink
so
girl that did
excited.
the flip, you can see that this fall.
This fall.
can
It's
see that.
happening.
You can
It's
see that.
happening.
Yeah. But yeah, so a bit more information coming out over the weeks, over the months leading up to the release. I just want to say thank Rooster Teeth. Thank everybody. I know, like I said, Red vs. Blue is a legacy show, and they definitely entrusted us to make something cool and keep that legacy going. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you guys for checking this out. And I'm going to turn it over to Yssa. She's going to talk about a little cartoon called Recorded by Arizal that I'm super hyped for, but I'm going to let her talk about it.
Hi, it's me. Hello, everyone. I'm Yssa. Fun fact: my Twitter username and all my other names are as Yssa B backwards. Anyway,
I didn't know that.
Okay. We're learning things.
Yeah, I'm here with the fun facts. Recorded by Arizal, just as a summary for y'all who don't know, is a new show. At this point, it is has premiered. It is a short format vlog series about a girl who is doing her summer assignment via these video logs, and she is learning about whether or not the thing she signs up for is the thing that she wants to do for the rest of her life. The drama. Fun fact, I say drama, but really it's not. It is kind of, think of it as a soft sci-fi, but more emphasis on the slice of life. It is kind of about growing up.
Ooh, okay.
It is about the things that I want to hit on is about growing up, a bit about loss, but it really is kind of about being relatable or being able to relate to others and learning about new things. So that's kind of my intro to Recorded by Arizal. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. I think something that I definitely didn't expect coming in was exactly how many people were really excited about how there was representation in the show. Makes me feel a little sheepish. I'm a little nervous. I hope everyone doesn't realize I'm dumb.
What? No,
You're not.
No. Go to the six boxes here. All right. Go to the 6-box shot.
What just happened?
This is things that sometimes it's a first time big thing, I guess. It's a first time.
Yeah.
It's my first solo show.
Okay.
You really come across that imposter syndrome really hits hard, and then a lot of attention is on it, and it's bigger than I thought it could have been, and it's exciting and also really nerve-wracking. And so let's just say I'm taking it one day at a time, and I hope that people
You're kicking butt.
Thank you.
You're kicking butt.
Yeah.
Kicking butt.
You're kicking butt.
It's
Yeah.
We
awesome.
support
Butt,
you.
This is your kick.
I'm hyped.
I do want to say I believe we actually have some community questions.
Yes, I will be the community, and I will use my mouth as their mouthpiece. We've got some questions, from our great community. This is asked from somebody in the community. How did you get the idea for Record Keeper? It's such a unique concept I've never heard of.
Oh, cool. Great question. There were a few things about Recorded by Arizal. It was more an idea born from limitation. That's how you kind of have all of these. You can be most creative when you kind of put rules and set rules for yourself. It had to be short, had to be animated, and you had to think about how limited the world was. It couldn't be like huge set pieces. It couldn't be super big. So that's how I thought of a vlog. I'm really into that kind of stuff. I don't think a lot of other people realize how much they watch vlogs. Someone like Jenna Marbles. There's another series on YouTube that I took a really big inspiration from. The Lizzie Bennett Diaries by Pemberley Digital on YouTube. Even if you think about it, all the way back from the conception of YouTube, Lonely Girl 15, vlogging.
Dang. What year is it?
You guys,
I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Fiona wasn't born when
I was
Lonely
not
Girl
born.
started.
It's like, oh, the real Zoomer over there.
Yeah, the Zoomer. Oh no, the shame.
But I had to do a lot of research just to see exactly whether or not this kind of format was successful. And it turns out it is. I just think a lot of people don't think it is because they don't realize how ingrained it is in a lot of different kinds of media. So that was my idea. And, a lot of writing advice is write what you know. And guess what? It's a self-insert. What up? So it's a lot about what I know and kind of just combining those limitations and that idea. And that's how you get recorded by Arizal. So that's the gist of it.
If anybody's going to self-insert, I'm glad it's you.
Thanks, Kerry.
This other question is, what was it like pitching your show and getting RT to make it?
Ooh, this is really interesting. I turned the wrong way.
I was like, where's she? Okay, who was back there?
Oh, here it is. There it is. I actually pitched a show back in 2017, and that was quite a different time in the company. Pitches and ideas were more open forum, and so I kind of took advantage of that at the time. I just made a whole pitch deck. I actually went through the effort of making an animatic as well. I employed a lot of different people to help me like build up the world and art, and the gist of it is I sent an email and I kind of just kept bugging people if they knew about it. It was, how do I put it? It was a long journey, let's put it that way. It is 2020 right now, you know, there's a big 3-year gap. Words. It was, I think that is something that is normal actually in the industry. When you have an original idea, it does take a while for it to launch, but the advantage that I had is that there were a lot of people who, once I showed them what my vision was or what I was thinking, everyone was actually very on board, like 100%. It was just a matter of timing. You know, money is a huge thing. Fun fact. No, money. Money is a huge thing. I think a lot of timelines and things to like really align. But the big thing was that it wasn't ignored. I was always kind of asking about it. And then finally, we had the chance it was actually earlier this year, we had the chance to really act on it. And then now I think we're really reaping the benefit of like starting early, having all these things ready and done early. And now we can kind of, I wouldn't say coast, but I think it is much easier for everyone to know that there's a big picture, at least with this prelude 4-part. So
slow and steady wins the race.
Yes. So yeah. Thanks for those questions, Kerry. Much appreciated.
Anytime, community.
He came up with them.
Thank you, community. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for the questions. I hope you guys really like Recorded by RSL and what you've seen so far. So I do have a clip. It is a little sneak peek of something that happens in log 3, where RSL starts to spiral a little bit.
I'm ready.
I need popcorn.
What? Why is it so... No, okay. Everything's fine. Just needed to vent a little bit. Now we're going to figure this out. I want to be a record keeper. It's all I've ever wanted to be. So even if it sounds impossible, I should just do it anyway because nothing in this life we're doing is easy, right? But what about my friends? What about my books? My 50th anniversary hardcover?
I was just thinking about that. Like, that's how I feel about books too.
Look at your... Oh, Carrie, what's your Carrie? Bye, Carrie.
He said books, and now he has to go.
And
get
now
one.
he has to go get one. Yes.
Nice.
I just needed to make sure they were okay. They are.
I'm glad they're okay, Carrie. So yes, thanks everyone for giving me a platform and for letting Recorded by RSL exist. I want to throw over to the new cool kid in school now, FJ. Kid.
Everybody, like the annoying uncle who shows up.
Wow.
FJ, no.
You're our best
I
friend.
thought this was therapy. I thought this was therapy. So.
Hey, we're not done yet.
safe
It might turn
space.
into
Yeah, no, yeah, we're on this.
Okay, you never know. You never know. Well, thank you up there. And I just look. We're days away from the premiere on Netflix of War for Cybertron Siege, which is the sort of the lost Transformers story, which we're really, really excited about.
Nice.
We've been working on this for the last almost couple of years now. And it's a pretty large scale show. It's got lots of everybody's favorite robots from over the decades and things like that. And, we've been really lucky to do this with Netflix and Hasbro and especially Rooster Teeth, which has given us a real platform to tell something contemporary and cool in a way that we think is true to the franchise, and everybody's really, excited about it. It's been the joy of my life to get to do it. To be trusted with this legendary franchise that again, being the older uncle who grew up with this right from the start, it's a real treat, and we're trying to do it in a way that is sophisticated and intelligent, not dark, depressing, and oppressive, but more fun, etc. So we're really excited about it. I mean, I can't, and that's why I think it's a good fit with Rooster Teeth. I think everybody's been super supportive of what we're doing. So yeah, like I said, it's only a couple of days away. It's hard not to want to talk about it nonstop, but there's only so much I can say. So I'll let Barbara ask a question or two.
Yeah. Speaking of intelligent, elegant people, I got some great questions from our community here for you. The first one is from Asian Cactus, and they would like to know, does War for Cybertron fit into any of the established timelines that Hasbro has set up, or will it be the start of its own separate thing?
Well, that's a good question. And so it technically, it does fit in the main sort of generation storyline that Hasbro has established with the toys. So technically it's a prequel to G1, which is the original series from the 80s that we all sort of know and love if you're an old uncle like me. And so it sort of all connects in that way, but it's its own story. Like, it's a story that hasn't been told before, etc. And we intentionally sort of find ways to connect it to the broader franchise. So it is considered part of the main timeline.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. The second question is from Anonymous. Are there any storylines or characters that you'd love to pull in from the greater Transformers universe beyond the classic core bots?
Yeah, of course. We get to do some of that here because there's a lot of characters to choose from, because we work with Hasbro and they tell us in advance what characters they're going to make the toys out of. And we get to sit there and sort of say, okay, we know the classic characters like Optimus and Megatron, etc. But also, how do we, make some of these other characters mean something and give them some depth and some real character development? And I'm really proud of sort of what we've done across the whole trilogy with that. My hope is that there's a few characters someone would realize they never loved before and would want to know more about them, etc. But there's so many characters in the entire franchise that even there, I could tell you like 10 that I would love to do that we didn't get to do in this one. So there's plenty out there, but we've been really lucky that we've had a wider range of diverse characters that we get to play with from over the years.
Yeah, there's so many characters in Transformers. It's overwhelming.
Well, yeah, that's sort of, that's the fun of it. And you get to, sort of pick and choose which characters are really cool, et cetera. And that sort of leads to the clip that we're going to show, because, and actually this is, I think because the show's coming out like in a couple of days, this is probably the first time people are going to see something from it. And, but we wanted to do something that was Rooster Teeth specific. So we have a name. I'm sure everybody who's here and is watching this knows a guy by the name of Miles Luna, who plays not one but two sort of classic Transformers characters. I don't know, someone we plucked out of obscurity. And he plays a classic Transformers character called Teletran 1. And Teletran 1 is sort of the voice of the Autobot main computer, and it's sort of a classic thing that we're bringing back. But we can't show that because his appearance in Siege, his character in Siege, would be too much of a spoiler. So Miles is doing double duty and is playing another character which is very famous to Transformers fans called Cliff Jumper. And Cliff Jumper has a history in Transformers that I won't get into. A lot of fans know already. And this clip is Miles's cameo as Cliff Jumper in Siege. And this is it.
Transmit to whoever's left. All Autobots report to the Ark. Operation Exodus is a go.
You got it, Commander.
So cool.
Transformers hype.
Let's hope.
Definitely.
So yeah, so that's a little taste of Miles, and there's already an action figure of Cliffjumper out for this toy line. So,
So
if you
cool.
want to
Nice.
own your own little Miles, go buy it.
Now's your chance.
Yeah. So that's just a sneak peek of what we're doing. But like I said, this is a trilogy. But that's literally all I can say. Is someone from Hasbro would literally come down from the ceiling, and someone from Netflix, and they just would drag you the hell out.
Disappear.
So, and because I value my life, I'm going to pass this over to Barbara and Kerry, where they can tell you about a show you may have heard about called RWBY.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Nice.
So exciting.
Hi, Barb.
Hi, Carrie.
Are you ready to talk about our new hit show?
Brand new.
Is brand new. I actually, you know what? I thought, all this new stuff. It's like RWBY 8. That's a lot to say, right? So here's. Can I pitch you on a new title for this season?
Hit me.
Okay. Recorded by RWBY, :0, Siege.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Okay. All right.
I think
The remix.
Just kiss.
The remix.
All right.
I think it could work. Now, hey everybody, classic RWBY. We've been doing this, I think, 8 years now. 8 years, Barbara.
Don't remind me. I was a fresh 22, 23-year-old when we started this.
I don't want to do the math right now. I was too young. Let me put it that way. But and I still am. But yeah, we're working on our 8th volume right now. We actually, and we'll talk about this a little bit more in a minute. We've even started writing Volume 9, which is like a crazy first to pull this far ahead. But
Even
before we
FJ's
talk more,
impressed.
I know. I'm still pinching myself and also learning how to balance stuff. But before we get into talking too much about Volume 8, maybe we could talk about some things that are happening even sooner. Or if you wanna start that off,
Ooh.
even sooner.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cool news coming up. First, I'm going to start off with a cool collab we're doing with someone named Babs Tar. Love that name, by the way. But we're doing a collab with Babs Tar with RWBY for some new merch. Look at this art.
So cool.
Stylish.
See it. I like it.
It's my
they look really
favorite
cool.
thing ever.
In case you
I
were
wanna
like just
be
a
all of them.
little gay, now you are full gay.
I didn't think I was until I saw that drawing. Here we are.
My percentage is rising.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It just had a complete aesthetic for
I want a whole cartoon drawn with just that artwork.
Oh,
That'd
it's
be
so
amazing.
good. It's so good.
But we did recently announce that unfortunately RTX 2020 is canceled because of everything going on in the world. We want to stay safe. We want to keep you guys safe. So unfortunately, we're not holding a physical event, but Coop Comics is still on, and because we've partnered with Babs Tar and her team to do RWBY streetwear and inspired outfits and all this stuff, there's going to be a virtual experience coming this fall with Coop Comics, and so you guys will have more information on that soon. But stay tuned over the course of the next few weeks. Follow Rooster Social and RWBY Social and all that stuff for more info on that.
Yeah, and you can find even more info on something happening like a week from now. I can't do math, but very soon. The Volume 7 soundtrack. It's coming out July 31st.
Okay.
Yay!
Last day.
I need to stream that. I'm in there.
It's gonna and guess what? You can on all streaming platforms, or you could buy it on iTunes, Google Play, or Amazon.
Nice.
Wherever you would like to give us your money, but we please ask that you do. But yeah, no, I'm really excited because I know the fans like to. It's nice to be able to revisit the series or the last season as you kind of wait for the next one. People have been asking for it. They've been hard to work on it, and I think people are really gonna like it.
It's my jams.
Yeah. One other cool thing we got, and this is something we teased at the last RTX, and this is not the only thing about it, but this is the start of this relationship that we want to share with you. RWBY is officially working with Good Smile. If you are familiar with anime toys, or honestly a lot of toys now at this point, Good Smile is a really well-known toy maker. I have an embarrassing number of them in my house and at our office, which I miss them.
Confirming. I see her nodding.
I miss them. But we're doing a RWBY pop-up parade. It's going to be approximately 17 to 18 centimeters. Somewhere in there. Depends on if you count RWBY or the Scythe, but it's more. And yeah, you'll be able to start pre-ordering it on August 3rd. We're super excited to work with them. They are some of the nicest people, and like I said, that's just the start of that relationship. And we've got more to talk about, but all that stuff is on their social, Good Small Company. We'll promote it on ours. Yeah, that's some other stuff that's happening. But what about some stuff that's happening now, or maybe some questions people might have?
We do, Kerry. It's funny you should ask. We got some fan submitted questions about RWBY, and I'll let you answer the first one. This one comes from Lissy.
Thank you.
And Lissy writes, "It's been stated you've already started working on RWBY Volume 9. What things have you learned that have helped you get this far ahead so fast?"
Work with talented people, and more of them. I mean, having more writers in the writers' room. Having more episode directors has really helped, me kind of find the right balance of where I need to be at what time, and let us kind of push ahead. But it's been about being consistent, and I don't know that anything dramatic changed besides just honestly us all working together. I know it's kind of like a cheesy, dumb answer, but I mean it's really just been us kind of focusing and prioritizing better, I would say. Working from home has been a little tough, but the show's still going. It hasn't really slowed down. So
Super
a lot of fun. Barb, I have a question for you that you have to somehow answer without spoiling anything. So have fun.
Oh gosh, I love those types of questions.
This is from Paris Castillo 45. What is the theme going to be for Volume 8 of RWBY?
Oh man,
maybe some things Yang's going through, maybe some stuff like that.
Yeah. It's always a fun little game to try to describe the theme of a season, again without spoiling anything. But I would say, like, especially for Yang and maybe like some others in the season, I feel like the theme is distrust in a way, which I know sounds very mysterious.
Drama.
And I think it coming from Volume 7, I think that one might make a good bit of sense.
Yeah, it's not such a shock, but I feel like, especially with Yang, I feel like an overall theme, it's just because you like someone or respect someone or someone is close to you doesn't necessarily mean you have to agree with everything they do or say. And I feel like that is a very big part of this season that you guys will see very soon.
Yeah, it's I'm really excited. Volume 8, the crew's doing a great job, so I'm really excited for y'all to see it.
Yes, and then we have one final question here from Ray. Carol, I'll let you answer this.
Okay, sure,
Can Blake purr?
I'm not answering that. I'm not. This is gonna be on the Wikipedia. I don't.
Maybe if she's really excited.
I didn't say it, but maybe.
Only time will tell.
Only
time will tell.
Will tell. What?
Just
well,
read
this
the
clip,
fanfics, everyone.
This clip is we have a clip to show y'all, and it is definitely not Blake purring, but it is pretty cool, especially if you like Yang and Barbara.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, the others are definitely missing out.
So yeah, awesome. Just a little taste of what's to come.
Nice.
Still working on stuff, but that's I'll just say it's one of the early episodes. And yeah, we're working on Volume 8. We're figuring out how this works from home, but Volume 8 is still going to come out this year. So just stay tuned, and we'll have more announcements soon. But I'm really excited for all to see it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Kerry, and thank you everyone else for joining us today, and thank you everyone who's watching. Hopefully, everyone is staying safe and healthy at home. Before we wrap things up, where could the lovely audience find each of you? FJ, if you'd like to start.
I got booted off Twitter, so Instagram it's true, at FJ DeSanto on Instagram.
We'll need to get that story sometime.
Yeah,
it's a long one.
Next panel.
Yeah, next year.
Well, it's my turn. Okay,
It is your turn.
Yes, sir.
all right. We rehearsed this. You can find me on Twitter at Animated Tori. You can also follow RVB0 at hashtag RVB0. Check it out. Go in there. It's hype.
Hype.
Where can we find you, Fiona?
Ooh, well, you can find me on Twitter at Fiona Nova and also on Instagram at Fiona_Nova.
Nice.
It's my turn. You can find Yssa. Speaks in third person. Instagram and Twitter. I mostly live on Twitter, frankly, at Dearbassy, DearBassy.
Wonderful.
You can find me, Kerry Shawcross, just at Kerry Shawcross, my full name. Twitter, Instagram, if you want to see pictures of my cat. Twitch. I try and have it everywhere. Yeah.
You've taken over the Kerry Shawcross
taken over.
handles. And same with me. You could find me pretty much on every social media platform at @Dunkelman, Dunkelman. And of course, you could find all of us and all of our content at roosterteeth.com or on YouTube on the Rooster Teeth channel or the Rooster Teeth Animation channel, and as well on Netflix for Transformers. So go check it out. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you all for watching and supporting us over here at Rooster Teeth and everything that we're working on. We really appreciate you guys. And hopefully we'll see you next year in person in San Diego.
Hope so.
Awesome.